Just kinda trying to hide behind the wheel. This is back in the days when I was doing corporate photography, and I had the CEO. I had just picked him up from the airport, and I was ready to work with him for the annual report. And I remember that he looked at me, and despite my best attempts to dress down and fit in and be normal, he started this conversation with me that he said, "Sadiq, you're not normal and you probably don't really fit in at the corporation." I'm gonna keep names aside just to make my point here. I felt like crying because he hit the nail on the head. I didn't fit in despite how hard I tried. I didn't fit in. I stood out, and in that moment, I had a choice to either be real, be authentic, or to people please and mute myself and be something other than I was just to play the role of the corporate photographer and appease the CEO on the way to a photo shoot. So, what happened next was amazing. And it's my point for you today about why showing up authentically really matters. If you want more opportunities, if you want to be seen, if you want to be known, if you want to feel like you belong, if you want a sense of significance, it's all about being authentically yourself. Whether you're on video for social media, whether you're at a meeting and you put your hand up and you want to share something, in order to stand out, we have to be more of ourselves, not mute ourselves, not diminish ourselves, but be more of ourselves. So I actually got real. I had suffered greatly at this corporation because I didn't fit in. I stood out. And I'll tell you stories later about that. But my point is that when I was honest with the CEO and I said, yeah, it's been really hard. Like, I have a lot of cutting edge ideas that don't fit in. There's a lot of competition, there's a lot of backhanded stuff happening. And I actually started to cry in front of the CEO, which is like, don't do that if you want to be a professional. Don't start crying on the job. But I did. I was honest. And what happened was he said, you know what? I want to assign you a mentor, someone else that also didn't fit in, that has really made her way in this corporation. And in that moment of being authentic, I opened myself up to a possibility that I didn't even know existed, to get help, to get support. And it was because of that amazing, amazing female mentor that I had in this corporation. I went from like really suffering to completely shining and owning my gifts and making a contribution as my authentic self. But I needed guidance, I needed mentorship, I needed help. I'm guessing if you're listening to this, that there's something about that that resonates with you, about being authentic, about showing up and how it matters. It matters not just to you and the trajectory of your career or the outcome that you really want. It matters to the other person. Because if you're trying to put on a good face, you have a mask, you're muting yourself in some way, shape, or form, the other person really can't show up and meet you in that place of honesty and trust and truth. And so I'm imploring you to start to think about, what are the ways that you mute yourself? What are the ways that you are putting on a face, putting on a facade, trying to be something other than you are? Because honestly, at the end of the day, wherever you're doing that, whether it be in a relationship with a boss, a colleague, a coworker, a partner, a friend, you are muting yourself and you are not being authentic. And you are not getting the results you want because of it. Maybe you never thought of it that way. So in the chat, write, who is the one person that you would never imagine yourself being authentic with? Maybe it's someone that intimidates you. You see them as above you in stature or in the corporation. How are you muting yourself and who are you muting yourself with? You don't have to name them, but just put below, it's my boss, it's, someone that's in a C-level suite, it's my partner. Just telling yourself, and then start to think about how you can be more authentically you and show up bravely and courageously and vulnerably and tell the truth, because that is what matters. If you want to be more visible, if you want to get more opportunities, In today's day and age, when there's so much competition, especially online, you're gonna need to stand out, and I'm saying that the way to do it is to be vulnerable, be authentic, and open yourself up to possibilities that you don't even know exist in doing so. I hope that helps. Once again, write in the comments below, who are you most afraid of being authentically yourself with? I can't wait to see who it is and give you some support in the comments.